Good morning, all of you who are watching this video right now. All of you who will watch this video later. I hope that you all are doing well this morning, and I hope that this morning's message will bring comfort to you, and I hope that it will guard your heart. It is great to be alive this morning, living and breathing, because God has made it possible. So let's make this day an opportunity for change, an opportunity for um, examination and correction, and for praise for our God and Savior. So this morning, I wanted us to look at the book of Song of Solomon, the book of Song of Solomon. Um, you may just say or call it the Song of Solomon. But I want us to look at chapter 1 on this morning, and I want us to look at verses 7 through 10. Can you guys hear me good? Can you hear me good? I want to check my audio. And I hope so. All right, so I want us to look at the book of, or the Song of Solomon, chapter 1. Turn your pages over to the verses 7 through 10. I'll give you just a second to get there. The Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verses 7 through 10. Now it reads, "Tell me, O you whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest at noon. For why should I be as one who bears herself by the flocks of your companions? If you do not know, O fairest among women, follow in the footsteps of the flock, and feed your little goats beside the shepherd's tents. I have compared you, my love, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold." Now, as always, I give a quick background of the text, and then I will offer a word of encouragement from this text. Now, as far as the background, we have King Solomon, who has written about 1,005 songs, and this book, is a part of those 1,005 songs. This is one of the collection. And this song tells a romance between two individuals. And many cannot seem to attribute this feeling or these feelings to King Solomon himself concerning his love for a specific woman, being that he had 700 wives, about 700 wives and 300 concubines. So they can't see Solomon feeling a certain way about a particular young woman. So many see Solomon only sharing his wisdom or his insight into the romance between a man and a woman, more specifically between a young man and a young woman. The text identifies the woman in the song to be a Shulamite and the beloved to be a shepherd. Many see this as the love story of God and Israel. Others see it as a story of the church and Christ. And it all depends on the time the application can be made. And so since God's word transcends time and can be applied to any one generation, I would say that us now, we can view this and apply this to the church and Christ. So I would see this as a song written to Christians. I could also see this as a story of an unbeliever who is seeking to find the one she is falling in love with. the good shepherd, but she needs instructions as to the right way to find him. So the Shulamite, she doesn't want to veil herself and look like a prostitute on the search for any man, but she wants to know exactly where to find her beloved so that she's not misidentified by others. She doesn't want to wander through a field of shepherds without a clue, as if she is waiting to be picked up by anyone who lusts after her. So instead of walking aimlessly, she asks the shepherd for instructions that will lead her directly to him. I wonder also what made her consider the shepherd. Was it the way that he looked after his flock, as noted in verse 7, how he fed and he gave rest to his flock? It may be well, it may well be that since she seems to notice that he does these things in those verses. And consider also how the shepherd sees the beauty in the Shulamite in verses 8 through 10, even though she is slightly worried about her appearance in verses 5 through 6. So, these attributes may have attracted her and caused the good shepherd or the shepherd to be attractive to her. And he's also concerned about her own affairs, as we see in verse 8. He tells her to feed her goats by the shepherd's tent, when she arrives. And so we can see why she would be attracted to this young man, and we also see why this young man would be so attracted to her. So what does this all mean? What does this all mean to us? We, the church, have already found the Savior. We've already found the Good Shepherd. We found our beloved. We found him to be attractive, and we know why we become Christ's bride. We've seen how much he loves his flock. Even the fact that he gave his life for his flock to have life. John 10 tells us in verse 11, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd sacrifices his life for the sheep. Verse 14 says, I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and they know me. The character and the personality of the shepherd and this beloved is what attracts us and what draws us to him. And we saw how he fed and gave his flock rest. Therefore, we wanted him to know that we wanted to be with him and no other. We no longer wanted to wander as a prostitute in search of any lover but the one who would truly love and protect us. Mistaking us not as one in search of worldly love, but spiritual love. That's what we wanted Christ to know. We want true spiritual love. We don't want the world's love. And this is what the unbeliever sees when they see the church. The shepherd told the Shulamite, if you want to know where I am, follow the flock. So the unbeliever who is in search of Christ, they're looking at us. And we have to lead them to Christ. So they're following us. They're seeking true love. They're seeking a protector, a provider, one who is beautiful in heart and beautiful in character and in spirit. And so we are I guess you can say we are the example, we are the representatives, we are the one that will lead that unbeliever to Christ. And so they see what God has done for us, and they seek the same companionship. They see the world cannot offer this kind of true love, and so they seek the good shepherd. John 14:27 says, I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. And this is what the unbeliever has to understand, and what the unbeliever realizes. The world cannot give me what I'm in search of. And so I have to find my beloved. If you have yet to make Jesus your Lord and Savior, please do so. It's always an urgent matter. If you have not been baptized, if you have not obeyed the gospel of Christ, if you are seeking any spiritual guidance or advice, wisdom, reach out to us anytime at the Taylorsville Road Church of Christ or any local congregation that is near you. Please feel free to reach out to them or to us. Also, feel free to visit us at our worship services. We are now presuming services on Wednesday nights at 7:30. If you are a child of God and you have been dealing with, um, losing that love and affection for your Savior, uh, please read this book again. This book is a great reminder. Is a very great reminder of how we should feel towards our beloved, our Lord and Savior, the Christ. Or reach out to us at any time for any type of spiritual need and request. We hope this message today has guarded and comforted your heart in the Lord. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow for another daily dose of encouragement with Andrew Omer. I hope that you guys comment on these videos, share these videos, like these videos, create a watch party or whatever. But if you find these videos interesting, please leave us a note and comment so that we can know that, you know, what we're saying and what we're teaching is valid and scriptural and edifying or encouraging, and encourage us to continue to do this thing each and every day, that we're attempting to stay focused on God and the Savior. God bless you guys. Take care.